Alright, match 5, game 1 of Oboshless Prowess. This was a keep, you know, a little mana heavy, but, you know, this deck definitely is a deck that can use its mana. So, probably Death Shadow. I mean, it's a deck that plays Bobble but doesn't play Lurrus, at least as a companion. Or it might play it in the main deck. This is kind of interesting. It's hard to make of this. I have run into Jund and you know, Golgari decks that play Mishra's Bauble and Lurrus in the main. So I'm gonna attack. If this is Shadow though, I don't like reducing their life total until later in the game. And it's definitely kind of looking like Death Shadow. It's definitely looking like Death Shadow. And not too many blue-black decks that play Mistress Bauble I'm aware of, other than Death Shadow, blue-black, probably Grixis. I wonder if anybody's tried just straight Dimir Death Taxes. Death Shadow. Straight Dimir Death and Taxes would be interesting. That I would like to see. Yeah, well, the good news is, in theory, I can deal with it with deal with this with Flame Slash, and even if they have Street Wraith, I do have at least. I mean, as long as they don't have more than one, I do have Firebolt to finish it off. So, you know, Flame Slash might be clutch here. Obviously, they're playing Street Wraith though, because otherwise they wouldn't be. Otherwise, they'd probably be playing Lurrus. Not bad, not bad. This way, Firebolt and Lightning Bolt can team up against Gurmag Angler if need be, which is nice. Ooh, I'm just gonna let it go. Probably they'll take Light Up the Stage, but they might take Lightning Bolt. If they've got Stubborn Denial, they might take Lightning Bolt, because I'm pretty incentivized to hardcast Light Up the Stage. Oh, I suppose I could play Firebolt, Light Up the Stage with mana on tap, but then if they've got another Death Shadow, that could get really nasty. It's gonna get nasty either way. I think I will do that. Yeah, I gotta do that. Can't afford to get Stubborn Denialed here. Maybe this is straight Dimir Death Shadow. Hopefully I draw like a Soulscar Mage. No, ask and you shall receive. Hopefully this disincentivizes an attack. Hopefully they don't have Timor Battle Rage. Or they don't have the ability to make it into a 10-10. I really don't want to block. Oh no, I think they got it. Let's see. I mean, the problem is they can fetch Shock 11, 22. So there's no point in blocking, because they can, because they can always make it 11 and then 22 damage. So there's no playing around this. I would block if they could only like shock, but okay. Guess I might as well go for the win, right? Because I can double pump. And I do have a blocker next turn. I mean, you know, it's either this or go after the Death Shadow. I think going for the win is pretty good EV, if I do say so myself. Sometimes it actually happens. It seems unlikely. Yeah, Stubborn Denial. I'm a little surprised they did that on the main card and not the flashback. Yeah. Maybe they've got Fatal Push? No. Yeah, because now what I can do is next turn I can play Firebolt and Flashback Lava Dart. So they kind of have to have 2 more Battle Rage, or that's game. I mean, I hope they didn't just draw it. I mean, because I don't know if they realized that they actually had lethal last turn. Yeah, because they can't both counter both the Firebolt, the Lava Dart, and deal with the Soul Scar Mage. Tempting as this is, I'm just going to go for the win. Although, actually, I guess I can go for the win with Stomp. Yeah. Yeah, and there's no point in trying to camouflage anything. All cards are up, so to speak. This gives me the ability to play the Giant, so even in even more crazy scenario, where they can somehow both remove my creature and Stubborn Denial. Yeah. Yeah, but the good news is they can't deal with my creature now. Alright, game 1 against Shadow. Not bad. I think this version in particular that forgoes Obosh and plays max card advantage with Abbott is particularly well set up against Death Shadow, because Death Shadow plays all 4 Thoughtseizes, so Obosh is uniquely vulnerable to Death Shadow, and they see it obviously in your companion zone. So yeah, so Obosh is not particularly strong in Death Shadow. It can be though, but yeah. Anyway, so let's bring in the Blood Moons. I do like to bring in all 4, although maybe not this time, because we actually have access to Ratchet Bomb, which is something we didn't have access to in the Obosh version. And yeah, I don't think I really explained actually in the deck tech Ratchet Bomb, but I like it because, you know, it deals with tokens, it deals with pro-red creatures, it also deals with random enchantments like Shaper Sanctuary, which can be a problem. That's one of the only ways, for example, elves can actually win. Plus, yeah, if you reveal it off of, like we saw it in one of the previous games, if you reveal it off of Light Up the Stage or Abbott, you can get value out of it and put it on the battlefield instead of being forced to use it at an inopportune time like Kozilek's Return. I think overall I like Ratchet Bomb better if I'm not on Obosh, you know, but there are definitely a lot of situations where Kozilek's Return is better. But also this is excellent against Death Shadow, because Death Shadow is 1 mana, and this is terrific against 1 mana creatures. You know, Firebolt is just too clunky, I think. Flame Slash is probably too clunky too. It did come in so clutch that game, but I think I'm going to try to rely on the Ratchet Bombs instead. And I think as my last one-of, I think Lava Dart makes more sense. I just like the way it can kind of poke the opponent for turning on Spectacle. It's also a good pitch to Season Pyromancer. Yeah, so it's one of the cards in... I don't know if they play Gurmag Aggle or not. They probably do. Yeah, also I want to minimize cards that rot in my hand, so I like it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll keep this. If they do have Gurmag Angler, it might be pretty hard for them to actually play it. I do like it. I like hands that have a lot of permanence against Death Shadow, because I like being able to play out my hand, but not necessarily have to reduce their life total super low. Set up for a big attack instead of having to actually be committed to it. I smell a Stubborn Denial. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Monastery Swift Spirit, and I'm not going to attack. This is what I did actually against Gabriel Nassif. I keep forgetting his handle is yellow what, or yellow hat. I think it's yellow hat. I feel like the opponent's baiting me to attack. I'm not going to take the bait. I don't. It's just not worth turning on Death Shadow. This isn't burn. I don't like a ton of my top decks aren't like high damage burn spells that can end the game. So really, what I want to do is play a lot of creatures, gum up the board, and then at an opportune time reduce my opponent's life total at big chunks. I don't even have to do it all at once. I don't even have to win in one turn. I think as long as I can win in 2 turns pretty reasonably, I think I'm in okay shape. Because Death Shadow has summoning sickness. What you have to worry about is them playing Death Shadow, not having enough burn to kill it, and them being able to untap and play Timor's Battle Rage, Timor Battle Rage. So, the good news is that if you clog the board, if you can attack once, reduce their life total, they can play a big Death Shadow, but they can't attack with it right that turn. So a lot of times you can push through one more and then get there. So I am going to play Relic, and I played Castle Embereth. Just, I don't know if they play Croxa or something. I may want to ditch the mountain. Probably not the Sunbaked Canyon. Castle has good value. I still smell yeah, I'm still not going to attack. Stubborn Denial. I still smell Stubborn Denial. So let's see. Gurmag Angler is 7 mana. So they could play a fetch land next turn, crack it, and be able to play Gurmag Angler. Is that enough incentive to play another Relic? No, I mean, because they might not have a fetch land. Besides, I can always sack in response to the crack. Huh. That's okay. I mean, I'm surprised that they're gaining life. That does not seem... I mean, yeah. So they might have access to Gurmag now, but that's okay. They do have to lose their Cling to Dust. Yeah, I like this. So I'm going to play Soulscar. I'm going to play Lightning Bolt. Reduce this to 2. I'm going to play Relic. And yeah, I like this. I'm going to draw my 1 of Lava Dart. Easy. Monastery Swiftspear. Pitch it to Seasoned Pyromancer. Pretty good stuff. I am more than fine to take 2. But yeah. Yeah, they can't really save this like they can with I'm not going to attack. Again, there's no reason to reduce their life total. I mean, they can't, and they just can't really win without Death Shadow. So, and I'm going to do this on their upkeep, just because, just in case they play something like Pyroclasm, unlikely, or Kozilek's Return, more likely. This way they have to use their mana on their turn, or my creatures dodge it altogether if it's sorcery speed like Pyroclasm. Little things like this. There just really wasn't much reason to do this on my turn. And it looks like they got something. Question is, what is it that they have? Yeah, still like it, because they still had to use that on their turn, and also now I can block the Gurmag Angler. Pretty good if I do say so myself. So I just crack Relic. I don't want to... Yeah, I'll just crack Relic, because then if I draw a land, I can play both. You know, plus there is a little bit of dyssynergy in that I don't want Relic to remove my Pyromancer tokens, or Pyromancer from my graveyard. Yeah, and I still don't think I'm going to attack. Because just again, they just can't win without Death Shadow. There's just no reason to attack. Why would I? I'm expanding my board. I have a way better late game than them. I will be able to make 2 Alpha Strikes, or even one Alpha Strike. Hopefully they don't discard my Abbot, because that's more card advantage. Particularly this deck. This deck is like, you know, snowball card advantage on top of card advantage on top of card advantage. Probably one of the grindiest versions of this deck I've ever put together. Another Grimog Angler? Looks like. That's fine. Also, Blood Moon at any point is really handicaps them. Cuts them off a blue, in other words. Well, let's see what the Wheel of Fortune reveals. Not bad, but let's try again. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least we get to play a Ratchet Bomb. I just didn't want it to get discarded. Maybe that was playing scared, as they say, because losing the Blood Moon is kind of disappointing. But the good news is I don't think we have to be as worried about Death Shadow, but I still will be. You know, they do have Kolaghan's Command, so they are able to remove this before going off. Something to think about. If they attack, I'll probably just chump with the Seasoned Pyromancer. And then I think I'm really in Alpha Strike territory. I can use the castle. I don't think they play tokens, so no reason not to at least put it in Yeah, so I'm gonna play Soulscar Mage. I'm gonna play Bonecrusher Giant. I've got massive Alpha Strike potential. Yeah, my opponent just gives up. Interesting. Well, well, yeah. Interesting. Let's see. I guess the post-league wrap-up.